It is time for the Mojobreak Blitz, where we make picks, and most of the time I'm right, most of the time they're wrong. But we're going to see how this goes again this week.
That's debatable.
Well, I mean, actually, Cody's been right. Dan just throws.
I've been wrong.
Dan just throws Hail Marys.
You would think I don't even watch a football game. I really don't know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
It's been all year. Every time we've had this segment, every year.
But here's the thing,
or
though.
every week,
No, you got a couple right, I think. You're downplaying your abilities.
I did. Did I say the? Oh, I
mean,
said.
you said the Falcons.
Oh,
would
no,
win.
No, I didn't. I said Ritter was going to play this week.
Oh yeah,
That's
which means
right.
Mariota would be so bad that Ritter would play.
Or there was an injury. But I was like, this is the week that Ritter plays. Didn't happen.
There's a lot of injuries.
I was like, the Ravens are going to blow out the Giants. The Giants are going to come back down to reality. Didn't happen. I have no idea. I don't know what I'm talking about.
And I know he's a defensive player, but a guy who was a high draft pick in the 2022 draft. Kayvon Thibodeau had a big play, I believe, in that game. So
Sauce Gardner.
Looking
cheese
really
sauce
good.
Gardner with
That's right.
the cheese hat on. You know, I took the worst. This was the dumbest bet I ever made because I have funny money in sportsbook.ag. I don't know if it's real money because I don't know if I can actually cash it out. But I was thinking, you know what? I was doing a lot of daily fantasy, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna bet on my sportsbook AG account because I'm in California and I can't legally bet on any FanDuel or on games.
Not yet,
Big players. But yeah, so I'm doing this thing. I think it's
Segment's
funny.
brought to you by.
I think it's funny. I think it's funny money.
Vote on. No,
It's funny money.
can't do that.
So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna do a two heavy favorite 2-team parlay. So I bet on the. I put money. I did a parlay on the Bucks and the Packers.
Should have gone opposite.
Yeah. You know how much I don't even know.
Wow. Yeah.
And I bet like $600.
Oh, you should have gone.
to win
It should have
300.
been opposite day.
Oh man, I probably would have won like $10,000. It would have been insane.
Probably
Maybe not that much.
Probably like 1,800 on a maybe
3 to 1,
3 to 1 on
3
your
to 4 to
money.
1.
Yeah.
I mean, they were heavy dog. They were those teams were heavy favorites. I'm like, I'm sorry. I bet on Tampa Bay and Green Bay. I was like, Aaron Rodgers and Tom Brady are going to win
against two young QBs.
Green Bay was going against the Jets, and Tampa Bay was going against
the Steelers.
Whew.
Yeah,
I believe-
how do you go wrong?
And I believe the Steelers
that
were
might have been
the
5 to 1.
Steelers were the biggest underdog of the day.
Wow.
Also.
Wow. Yeah. And you get Trubisky in there.
Right.
So all things line up for a win for Mr. Tom Terrific. Missed on that 2-point conversion.
Not
but
so much.
Yeah, I mean, that was tough. A lot of people probably were with me on that. I mean, that's probably why you stay away from heavy favorites because you got to take almost two teams to make it worth it because you're not going to take a negative 360. You're not going to bet $10 to win $3. You know what I'm saying?
Football's tough, man. You never know.
Did we think that in the year 2022, with Tom Brady in Tampa Bay and with the Patriots' top pick QB out, that they might be actually feeling like we're in better shape right now at the QB position with Bailey Zappe? Or is that
Bailey
an
Zappe
insane thing to say?
That you're absolutely insane.
That is.
You're
Say that again.
you're insane. You're insane.
He had an amazing game. He had a huge game.
When it's ready for Mac to come back, he'll come back.
I have been
no questions asked.
Now
these are coming back.
These are rumors I'm hearing. They're
Okay, let's break it down. I want to hear. This is the thing you
But
teased.
the rumor is that Mac Jones is not seeing eye to eye with the Patriots organization. They're not liking his attitude right now, and it's not gelling. And meanwhile, here comes Mr. Bailey Zappe coming in, and he had a huge, he got a win in his first week. Game manager, sure, but then put up stats last week and looked like
the 2022 savior. You know what?
He's
We're already done with 2021 products anyway.
He's
Sit
the
Mac
savior.
down.
This is the
Mac
guy.
down.
He might not be a rookie premier guy.
Good. He better more scarcity.
No, he won't be in anything.
He's been in stuff.
I think he is.
He's definitely been.
He's had autos and everything so far.
Yes.
So
He's definitely had autos.
I mean, it is smart. If any quarterback that gets drafted by the Patriots in this era should be a rookie.
What round
guy.
was he drafted in?
Six
by the
or
way?
six,
Yeah,
six
well,
or seven?
I mean, he was way.
Oh,
late.
come on! Oh, come on! No,
I mean,
Okay, first off, I don't even know. I just made that up. It very well could be a third rounder, but we can't just say, sixth rounder, Tom Brady.
Yeah.
Tom Brady.
Yeah, absolutely.
Bailey Zappe, Tom Brady. Same person.
Guy drafted late, came in for an injured starting QB who was expected to be there a long time. I mean, it's all just coming together for Bailey Zappe.
We need to pump the brakes. A little bit.
Underdog.
Fourth round pick.
Fourth round. So yeah, it doesn't even make sense.
Close enough.
Yeah, close 4, 6.
4, 6, same thing.
Yeah, next Tom Brady.
Yep, absolutely.
Sell your Mac Jones cards.
Yeah.
No, Mac will be back. How about that?
Bailey. It's all about Bailey.
I like Bailey.
We've moved on. Zappy.
Also, is it?
Doug's all. We already went through all our.
I'm
all our
happy. You know
product
what?
that had Mac Jones in it.
Yeah.
Let's
I don't have anything left.
You can go with Mac and get sacked, or you can be happy with Zappy. Which one you
Oh,
want? Which one you want?
We should actually. That should have been the closer right there. We should have
blew it.
literally just closed the show with that. I don't even. We should not say one more word, Doug.
Or you could do the Mark Morrison version of that, and you could be like, sack the Mac, and then you could do the happy with Zappy.
I could.
You could do a little karaoke. But yeah, you should have closed with that. You got to cut that up and put it on the gram.
Oh,
It's
wow.
you got to do that.
Yeah, we'll get it up on there. But I did have a few guys I wanted to throw at you guys. Just play a little buy, sell, or hold with some of the early season performers. Some of these are younger guys. I wanted to start with a guy we were going to talk about last week. I think got caught up talking about Taysom Hill and all of his antics and all that. Instead, we had to.
Didn't happen.
Didn't happen this week.
Didn't happen.
But Brees
I thought he was going to
Hall-
have 7 touchdowns this last week, but
Not quite.
no.
Brees Hall, a quick buy, sell, or hold on some of these guys. More rushing yards right now than Ezekiel Elliott, Austin Eckler, and Joe Mixon. His last 2 games against the Dolphins and the Packers, 38 carries, 213 yards. He's averaging over 5.5 yards per carry. He's the best running back among this rookie class. Recently an Immaculate Collection college. Blue rookie Nike patch auto, one of 3, sold for $499. Where are we at?
My fantasy teams have been eaten. Because I was on that Brees Hall train. I'm going to say hold for a little while longer. Not past the season.
No.
Not past the season.
Definitely not.
But, Robert Saleh, who's obviously part of the Shanahan tree, has got things going down there in New York. And they're looking good. Wilson's looking good out there. Brees Hall's his companion. And I'm holding for a little while longer. Jets have a big fan base. People are going to be willing to pay money on these cards. So I'm definitely holding.
Sell yesterday. Get out of it.
Yeah.
It's time to move on. I mean, we know running backs in the hobby.
They can have a season shelf life, though.
Sell it, move on.
One
I think he is going to slow down as the
What's
season
their record?
goes on.
3-3?
They're 4-2.
They're 4-2.
Oh, okay.
4-2. But I think
You
they're
got
gonna,
a couple weeks.
think they're gonna hit a skid here. I'm not really feeling the teams from New York. If you haven't noticed,
Still not.
Still
Even at
not.
5-1.
Even at 5-1 and
yeah.
4-2, I'm not feeling it. So
Yeah.
I'm selling right now. Selling, sell.
Well,
Yeah,
who
I'm
do they
into
have
that.
this week, or are they on a bye? Let's see. They are playing Denver. Oh God,
That's a win.
That's a win.
Okay. The Broncos are not that bad.
It is in Mile High, Denver. So, and the Broncos do have a really good defense. So, I don't know. Brees Hall might be a tough.
I think
tough
you
to
could
get to 100.
actually go down that whole list, what their remaining teams, and you can probably be like, they're probably going to lose that game. So
Yeah, it's reality. They're going to get a reality check. As for the Giants, they have a really weak schedule coming up in the next month.
they do.
They
but,
may sneak into the playoffs.
but they may win the division.
They might. I mean, it's going to take an Eagles win.
But the Eagles also look good. They look like a good, solid playoff team, but they don't look like a undefeated team.
they almost gave it up to a Cowboys team that is beat up and with Cooper Rush.
I'm not completely sold on the Eagles. I'm not honestly, like, this year has been bizarre. Like, there hasn't been any team
Makes sense.
that I really feel is like the standout, hands down best team in the league.
I mean, it is the Eagles at this point. But
yeah,
you're
but
right.
I guarantee you that the Eagles will not lose this week.
The Bills are the closest thing to that, and
They have
they
a bye?
had an
They got a
incredible.
bye?
Yeah.
It's
The
like
Bills had that
the
weird loss.
the Rams are not going to lose this week.
Yeah,
That's true.
I wish
You
they
can't.
That's true. All right, next player up. Another rookie, Chris Olave. who is the leading receiver among rookies right now. I believe he's at 389 yards right now, receiving yards. Didn't play last week, but in his previous 2 games had a receiving touchdown plus 147 yards in the game before that. He's definitely the number 1 target in New Orleans as of right now, even with some of those big names there. $455 for a XRC gold number /10, sold on October 18th. It just really depends on like who's throwing him the ball. To
I mean,
me,
that is a tough pull.
I was gonna say like
Yeah,
that
exactly.
for $455. I mean, you could make an argument. That is one of his best cards that he has out right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, if that was Bailey Zappe, it'd probably be $2,000 easily.
Bailey Zappe, I think his like autos out of Luminance and some of the product elements, some of the products that have come out, they're trending around like $150 to $200.
They still haven't taken the leap.
That's a leap. $200 for
It's
a card.
definitely a leap.
I mean, that is a card that a month or 2 months ago you could have got for like $8.
Oh yeah, easily. Yeah, I'm kind of doing a quick on the fly checking eBay
So
right
am I.
now.
I just got it in my head. Yeah,
That's
I told
right.
Day
Dan
in and
studies eBay.
Day in and day out. Like
Yeah, you're right.
Bailey Zappe. Yeah, see.
The highest auto I found right now, I mean, recently sold. Maybe, because I spelled it Zapper, not Zappy.
Well,
That's not
it
what-
doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
Zapper.
Well, we're
A
getting up there now. We're getting
a
up
better
there.
name, a better quarterback name. Bailey Zapper
Bailey Zapper.
over Zappe.
A 1-of-1 gold standard non-auto sold for about $1,500 on as of actually today.
A 1-of-1 gold auto,
Gold standard non-auto,
non-auto.
$1,500. 1-of-1.
1-of-1 rookie.
1-of-1 rookie. Bailey Zappe. Gold standard. $1,500.
That's a lot.
It's a lot of money.
That's a
And
lot.
it sold today.
From Bailey Zappe's mom.
And they are they're going with you. They're filling you. They're filling your vibe, Cody.
Zap, zap.
They're thinking zap.
Zap,
They're like,
zap.
Yeah,
All right,
time
we
is
got
the future.
Who we got next?
Zach Wilson. Got to throw in Zach Wilson. I mean, you said you're not on the Jets, Dan, but
You're right. I'm not.
they're 3-0.
I'm not physically on the
They
Jets.
are
No.
They're 3-0 since Zach Wilson returned. He did not have a great game against the Packers. It should be noted. They won despite him because he went, I think, 10 for 18 for 110 yards against the Packers, and they still won.
I mean, I'm the card you're showing here. I'm definitely not gonna buy, but I think
2021 NT Zach Wilson RPA number /99 BGS 910. It sold for $8,100 on October.
If you got $8,000 burning a hole, I mean, actually, think about it though. For $8,000, what other rookie quarterbacks in the last 3 years can you buy for $8,000?
No, it is. It's not a bad price.
I mean,
they got a big fan base.
Can you get a Lamar Jackson of that card for $8,000?
No.
Yeah, actually, you can.
You can?
Yeah.
So I mean, there you go. I would probably take the Lamar Jackson for $8,000.
Oh yeah, easily.
Joe Burrow, you probably can't get
No,
for
definitely not
$8,000.
Joe Burrow.
Herbert, you can't get for $8,000. Lance, you probably can't get for $8,000.
Now you can.
Now it's just bottoms falling out, huh?
He's not playing. He's hurt.
Yeah.
I mean, do we move on that quick?
Yes, we do.
Yeah.
Justin Fields, you can definitely get for a lot cheaper
So
than this.
basically, if you believe in Trey Lance, there is not a better time to buy his cards
Absolutely not. Yeah.
than right now.
Oh yeah, 100%.
But
Well,
he's
and I
played
would
4
even wait
games. He got hurt
longer.
in 2 of them.
I would even wait longer.
So
Keep waiting. Wait till the offseason.
wait till the offseason.
You could think of it 2 different ways there, and I don't know why I'm backing up Trey Lance. I don't care, but maybe he's gotten all of his injuries out of the way.
Could say that.
Maybe it's clear sailing going forward. Maybe
be
he
true.
has.
We could hope the same about Zion too, right?
Clean bill of health.
Yeah.
Kirk Cousins.
Kirk Cousins, the last guy. Well, it's like I feel like I had to talk Zach Wilson, $8,100 for his.
Does eBay go
NTRPA.
back that far? And
No, it does not.
I know, right?
So this is a very recent card sold on October 2nd, and it's a 2018 Panini Flawless Shield Signatures 1-of-1. BGS 9.510. It sold for $1,225. And again, it's not a rookie year. But the Vikings, you want to talk about teams that have a good record?
5-1.
Vikings are 5-1.
Sell. They're gonna collapse. They always do.
I want to say this because I if there's one thing I am on the show, it is the Kirk Cousins hater. 5-1. They had a convincing win over Miami, but among the quarterbacks with who are top 10 in passing yards, he's got the third lowest QB rating. The guy can't do it in prime time. So yeah,
You really dislike him.
I'm a hater.
You really dislike. I think
it's.
But you're not. I mean, you're not in the minority.
No,
I think
I'm
the
not.
No, I'm a
majority.
hater,
You don't like it.
You know what it is? It's the
I-
years and years of the moment Kyle Shanahan came here. It was like, well,
Yeah.
Kirk Cousins is coming.
Is
Kirk
it-
Cousins, and I'm like, why Kirk Cousins?
Well,
Why
I
are we
mean,
so
I'll tell you
fixated
right
on
now,
Kirk
you'd probably rather
Cousins?
have Kirk Cousins than Jimmy Garoppolo,
That's-
right?
I
That's
would,
fair.
yeah, I
Yeah.
would.
So then you love him.
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
fair.
But
yeah, it would be nice.
I think he is 100% a top 15 quarterback in the league.
That's fair.
And I believe that he at times gets into that top 10. He's not a top 5.
All right, I'll give him this.
He's not a top 5, but I think he does hover at times when they're like
Yeah.
right now being 5-1.
Yeah.
I think he could be the 8th or 9th best quarterback in the league.
I
And
will give
he'll
him
lose-
that.
He'll
He's-
lose in the first round again. like
He
always
is
does.
right now in the top 10. At this very moment, on October 19th, 2022, write it down. I said Kirk Cousins is a top 10 quarterback.
But 2 weeks from now, he'll be in the top 20.
Yes. The moment he has a primetime game,
So
But
who?
he did
and he wasn't good.
in London.
It was the one loss.
Yeah.
No, well, that doesn't count.
Yeah, it was pretty prime time, no. I mean, prime time there.
That wasn't even
6 a.m. our
I
time,
was
but
asleep. It doesn't count. If I'm still sleeping, it don't count. Night before I go out, 10 a.m. game. Sorry, I'm asleep. Doesn't count.
yeah.
I woke up at 11:30. First half didn't count.
But that is the exception to the rule when it comes to Kirk Cousins.
Yes.
Because I think he actually has done well in London.
He
I
has.
think historically he has done well in London at the primetime, but every other primetime game he's done terrible.
I genuinely don't
Scott,
even
not in the
know what you
States.
do with this.
Not in
Yeah.
the States.
I genuinely don't even know what you do with this. I don't know if it's a buy, sell, or a hold. I don't know. with
I
Kirk
sell.
Cousins.
Oh, you
I
got to sell
I
right
sell.
now.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
I mean, I love him,
Nobody,
but I'm selling.
nobody was even collecting when he was a rookie. That's
true. That's true.
I mean, except for us.
Kirk Cousins, who? I mean, actually, it
he was,
wasn't.
he was Washington.
It wasn't even.
he was RG3's
You
backup.
wanted RG3.
That's true.
You
That's
were
true.
like, actually, I remember going, Kirk Cousins, why would the Washington Commanders, caught myself, wasn't the Commanders back then, but
No.
Commanders now.
Yeah.
Why would they draft another quarterback? They just drafted their franchise quarterback.
Yeah.
It was,
like that?
It was Mike Shanahan, I think.
right.
I think he really liked.
He did.
He
Kyle
liked
was there
Cousins.
too.
And Kyle.
Yeah.
You know who I'm going to go out on a limb? Maybe not necessarily a limb this week, but I think the Giants, for one, are going to lose. I think Jacksonville.
They got, at some point they have to.
Jacksonville's going to win, and I think Travis Etienne, however you say it, is going to have 2 touchdowns, 100 yards. So get those cards ready, because I know you were bummed out when you had the Jags in a break, and somebody slow rolled it, and it was Travis instead of Trevor.
Now you'll be
I
happy.
disagree with you because they have a lot of guys running the ball over there. They had a long touchdown by the 49er great JaMychal Hasty.
He did, yeah, that was a one-off. But Travis, Travis gets most of the carries there.
Well, Robinson also gets carries.
Yeah, I think Travis is going to have a big game.
Don't think. I mean, that's not my pick. Whatever.
Yeah, go ahead with your Giants-Ravens pick from last week.
Well,
Are you going Jared Goff over Dak this week? Or
Giants in Jacksonville.
what? Yeah, it's at home.
I'm going my Lions. I think the Lions are going to knock off Dallas
with Dak back?
with Dak back, and I
In
think
Dallas.
it's going to start a massive quarterback controversy in Dallas because he's going to come back and I think he's 100%, but they're just going to fall flat on their face, and Detroit is going to run him out of the building, and we're going to be talking the next week about maybe it's Cooper Rush's team.
we got
to hear Dak's pick over here.
Yeah, it's funny because before you even said that, my initial pick was I think Dak Prescott's going to come back and have a good game against the Lions. I think he is because that Lions defense is like Swiss cheese. They give up a lot of points. I know they're fully rested.
You know what? The awesome thing about that, one of us is going to look like a genius.
Yes.
Yeah,
absolutely.
well, I mean, if it was Doug Prescott, I'd be right there with you.
Yeah, I think he's gonna have a big game. I think the Cowboys are gonna win, and I think though if they do lose, it'll be Dak still having a big game. But you're right. What will happen the next day on Dallas Sports Radio and wherever is gonna be should we not start Dak, who just got 300 yards passing and 2 touchdowns, versus Cooper Rush, who barely got 120 yards last week?
But he won three out of his 4 games.
But he won.
Weak
played.
teams.
But again, a win in the NFL. It does not matter who you are playing.
It's the Jimmy G argument.
Niner fans probably chalked up the Atlanta Falcons game as a win.
Absolutely did.
No, I thought it was a trap game.
And they got absolutely just,
they got embarrassed.
that was smash mouth football at its finest.
They got embarrassed.
Mariota had the greatest game of his career.
He did not.
13
he
for
threw
14.
he threw for like 113 yards
13
or
for
something
40,
like
very
that.
precise.
Not that you would actually look at his stat line and go, that's a really good quarter.
I mean, they had me playing offensive line. So, I mean, that's how
don't
bad
talk-
the injuries were.
I'm talking about offensive line.
I mean, that's how bad it was.
We don't have
Actually,
an
none of
offensive
our
line.
defensive starters were even playing. None of our front 4 were out there.
None of the 11.
Well, I mean, there's probably
So
at least
Fred
6.
Warner was like,
No,
I'm
he was there.
done. Yeah, he's
He
out
was
there. So
Ward
yeah.
got hurt. Hafunga got hurt for a minute.
They're very
it was
hurt.
tough. I mean, yeah, you don't want to blame it on injuries, but
It sounds like you are. Sounds like it's exactly
I'm
what you
blaming
want
it
to
on
do.
injuries.
You want to blame it on
I'm
injuries.
going to do
everybody.
it. I'm just going to go out on a limb and say
How about the
injuries.
fact that the Niners are just a mediocre team?
well, they have the same record. We're actually in first place still.
No, I know, but I mean,
Tiebreaker, baby.
And the Rams are below mediocre team, and we can blame it on injuries, and we are basically not performing to the level that we should be.
But it changes from week to week, so
The league
we'll see.
stinks this year, so everyone's
Yeah.
mediocre.
Football is terrible to watch, and I am done with it.
We're gonna steamroll the Chiefs.
Again, hockey season is what I'm about.